Hello, world. Welcome to our podcast where women in tech meet, charge up, and share their journey. We bring story of incredible women who are shaping the tech industry, from career breakthroughs to navigating challenges. We share real world experiences and lessons learned along the way. So, ready to hit start? Let's power up. It's rare and truly inspiring to find individuals who have carved their own success by overcoming challenges. Today's guest is a shining example of resilience and determination. Someone who has turned obstacles into opportunities and challenges into stepping stones. Today's guest is Subhaprada Gollakota. She is an engineering leader who has worked across multiple organizations. Right now, she is working with Microsoft as a senior engineering manager. She is an inspiring leader, and her journey is not just about resilience and determination. It's a masterclass in grit, adaptability, and raising and actually standing against biases. Subha, welcome to our podcast, and we are so excited to have you here.
Even I'm excited, Shefali. Thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, really looking forward to deep dive into your story. It's really an exciting one.
So am I.
Yeah. Every powerhouse has an origin story. So let's rewind. Who was Subha before the tech leader we see today?
I was a normal, hardworking, middle class girl, born and brought up in Hyderabad. I grew up in a very supportive family, a close knit family of four, my parents and me and my brother. My father had a lot of struggles growing up, so he never wanted us to have those things. So he made sure that he catered to everything that we asked for. Uh, but then we had our own fair share of emotional struggles and financial struggles growing up, and probably that's what shaped me for what I am today. Uh, Wanting me to be a career lady and be financially independent stems from there.
Yeah, and I think your family must be really progressive because it's the
Yes.
same level of independence that you have got as your
yes,
brother.
yes, absolutely. I've never had any gender bias growing up, be it education, be it anything that I wanted, or be it the level of freedom or the way we were educated. It was always equal. We didn't have different times to get home or different rules for different people. That was never there.
Yeah, treated very, very equal.
Very much equally. Equality was never actually been discussed, but then it was always undercurrent.
Correct. Yeah. So, what was the first challenge that basically persuaded you to think from ground and also pushed you to prove yourself?
Like I said, my fair share of emotional and financial struggles, right? Uh, Life was all good. Uh, we were studying well and all that. Post my 10th grade, that's when my father had a small accident, which led him to being bedridden
Okay.
totally.
You were in standard 10 then?
I just finished my 10th. I got to +1. My brother was in +2. And life altogether turned upside down for us. I didn't know about my father's problem till for a week or so. But then when I went to visit him in the hospital, my uncle had told me something that that stayed with me forever, which is like, if you want your father to feel good and start to recover, the only way you can do it is both of you study well, settle well. That is what you can do to help him get better. That stayed with me throughout. That got etched in my head so strongly that I used to work for 15 hours a day just just to study. Apart from that, I used to take care of my aging grandmother. I used to take care of everything at home while my parents were fighting the demons in hospital.
Yeah.
Few months actually. I used to cook, clean, do everything.
While you were in like
Plus one.
okay.
Plus one.
Yeah.
Go to college, study, come back, do the same things again, then study again, and be there in college by 6:30 a.m. in the morning. This is
Oh
how
my
I worked hard during that time. But those words that my uncle told me, that not just stayed for that period of time, but then it even translates still today. That whenever I do something great, I'm always in the back of my head, I'm thinking about my father. What would he think about me? How happy would he feel? That's always there for me.
Yeah, and I think for parents, there is no like bigger joy than seeing
Yeah,
kids getting settled, doing well in their
that's
life.
probably my
Yeah.
purpose. Actually, yeah, that's where it triggered a purpose for me to do good.
Yeah.
That was the lowest point of my life up till then. But I won't change it for anything today.
Yeah.
Also, the easiest thing for any parents to have done in that situation where your income is like meager and you have to kids to be educated, the easiest thing for them to do was to stop the girl education
Yes.
and to just let the money keep flowing to the boys education.
Yeah.
But that never even crossed my parents' mind, which is what I feel is a great achievement
I think
in itself.
definitely it's a blessing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
It's an achievement on in terms of the equality that we are talking about
Right.
today. That you don't actually talk about it, but uh, it's undercurrent. That's what I mentioned earlier also. It should always be undercurrent, that you don't discuss about getting the girl educated, getting her dreams come true, all these things. You're not talking about all that, but you're doing everything on the ground that is required. It's never a point of discussion.
Right.
That's what is the greatest thing about my parents. Oh, and that's something that is a trust that they've kept on me, and I had to keep that going. Uh, that is where all the resilience is coming in from.
Right. Yeah, and the way you were managing on both the sides, whether it is
Yeah.
managing home, putting like almost 15 to 16 hours in college.
Yes.
Yeah,
I had a
I think
old,
the fire to prove yourself, right?
yeah. Even at my grandmother's level, even she was like rooting for me to do something really great on those terms. I wasn't a topper till then as well, but I had a strategy in place. I didn't know what strategy meant at that point of time. I
Yeah.
had it in place. I had weekly targets to know whom I
Wow.
have to beat
So
next.
early, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't realize it till a very later point of time that I was actually doing a structural approach to reach somewhere that
Right.
I had to reach. But every week I had a target. The target was a person whom I wanted to beat. So the next week the target is moving,
Yeah.
and I kept at it actually. So I'll tell you one small example from what happened in my college time.
Yeah.
When we were doing the prep for the final engineering entrance and all that, they were taking pictures of students who they thought would stand at different levels. For students who they thought would fall below 100 rank, there was a full photograph.
Oh,
And
okay.
for someone who thought they'll be under 500, there was a half
Oh,
waist length
right,
photograph.
right.
And for somebody who they thought will be below 1000, it was a passport photograph. And they asked me for my passport photograph. Ended up that I got below 500, and they didn't have a photo to
Yeah. Because they wanted a more like longer
yeah,
photo.
longer photo,
Yeah.
but they didn't have it.
Yeah.
Because by the time they took the pictures, I was still figuring out, I was still planning on beating few more people and getting there.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think that is what it shows. So there are people who have fire in the heart to do something, and there are people who are actually a wildfire. It's like I need to do this. Yeah.
I was that.
Yeah.
I was also talking about another example earlier, which was a neighboring lady who had come home, and she was talking to me about me not. It's okay even if you don't get a good rank, as good rank as your brother did. It's okay, you'll still get a good college, engineering college. I was like, what is she talking?
Why is she assuming it?
Why is she
Yeah.
saying this to me? You should be telling that, no, you go.
Yes.
Your brother is there. Your brother got a good rank. go after him, try and beat him. That's
Yeah.
what you have to tell children of that age. But she was like, no, it's okay, even if you don't get a good job, a good rank, it's fine. That actually fired me up.
Yes, yes.
I was against my brother's rank. You know, I was after him actually.
Yeah.
Even though he's very supportive of me, I was like, I have to beat this
Yeah.
guy anyhow.
And I'm sure like your brother must have played an instrumental role, like in terms
Yeah.
of guiding you.
Yes, yes, he
Uh,
did. He did.
yeah.
And you know, that was a state of time where we would have gone to depression if you know, we didn't keep up our spirits together. It was
Yeah.
only both of us with our grandmother staying at home, and he was always there for me, even till today. You know,
Yeah.
he's always there for me.
Yeah, I think it's the upbringing of your parents as
Yeah.
well, and the external voices didn't matter.
Yeah.
You
And when
were
I actually bet him in the MSET rank, he was the happiest.
obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that day very well, that no, he was jumping with joy, literally.
So I think this entire like situation in the life has actually helped you to build the great resilience that you carry even today, like
Yes,
in the
yes.
things that you have done
Yeah.
after that as well.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling, right? Like what my uncle said, that stayed with me even till
Yeah.
today. Whatever I do, I search for happiness of my father in that.
Yeah. And I'm sure your father must be really happy from wherever he's giving you his blessings. You must be really happy on seeing like how good you're doing. Yeah. Subha, with your hard work and the fire to prove yourself to the world, you became independent. You entered this tech industry. What was the first welcome to the tech moment for you?
After my engineering, I landed in tech services company uh, as a fresher, you know, to navigate all the professional
Yeah. It's a brand
world
new
and
world.
commitments. Yeah, it's all new. Learning is paramount there. I worked there for 3 years. But then I was always drawn towards the product world where you could actually define the product of yourself. So that was where my second stint started. It opened up a lot of new avenues for me. I was introduced to structured innovation where I was in a team where we were working for products for Indian market. We were
Okay.
to sit in a room, discuss, come up with ideas, and see how they go for the Indian market. So that led me to file a couple of patents, and few of my ideas also got commercialized.
Wow.
Even
That's
till
great.
date, they are in certain mobile phones.
Oh, that's really great.
And
Yeah.
yeah, that was where I started to see a little bit of growth.
And I think that happened quite early in your career.
Yes.
The patents and the ideas transforming into real practical product.
Yeah.
That shows the level of dedication and the interest that you had. Yeah. So was there a specific area where like where you had more interest?
It was not that I was interested in something. There was a trait in me right from my childhood, which is adaptability. You put me in whichever field you want, I will learn to swim through it and get out of it. That was how I studied engineering also. Engineering was also not my calling as such, but yeah, now that I'm here, I have to do whatever it takes. That's my attitude. So that's how I got into embedded world, wherein my first job put me in an embedded project, and I loved it. I
Yeah, and I
loved
think
it.
embedded the world is like really it's a rare. I would say it's a niche area. Yeah.
I didn't realize that it was a niche area until
Yeah.
very recently.
Yeah.
But then, it was an era where smartphones were not yet there. So
So we
there
are
was
talking about like which year?
2007.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like too early.
Yeah. So Android was not there, smartphones were not there. So we were working on building a smartness in a feature phone.
Hmm.
So my patents were also around that. Uh, but with the advent of smartphones, there are a lot of changes that came in, which also required this adaptability of mine, which helped me stay afloat in all these years, even till date.
Yeah. So I think the early, the hard work and your determination, the adaptability to like learn this embedded world. It's something which must have helped you to, like, it's not just about getting into this tech world, right? It must have helped you to grow. So in this growth, like, how did you navigate the challenges?
Okay. Coming to the growth part, see, as I told, I'm adaptable. Adaptability also comes with certain problems which I didn't ever realize. So, as I was adaptable, I was put into projects, even for shorter stint, whichever required a quicker ramp up and, you know, get things going.
Yeah, so maybe like
Yeah.
someone who is like really flexible to move
Yes, move
around.
and move fast. You just want the things to be executed fast. I was there. So wherever there was a need for quick ramp up and quick execution, I was always there. But that actually led me into getting into multiple teams during my stint in my third organization. Uh, but again, you have ladders, you have many people in the queues to get into the ladders. So that's where it suffered, because I was moving teams. I had to work in different contexts people were already aware of. I had to work with different sets of people. So I started feeling that my growth is not happening in the way that I would have envisioned it.
Got it. So it was more about like helping in the execution, but not going deep into like one area.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
breadth of knowledge than the depth
Yeah.
of knowledge.
Yeah.
So because I was moving between teams, every time you learn fast, you start executing, but then you are required somewhere else,
Yeah.
you move.
So you do a context switch,
Yeah, and then you are
that,
you're not building a depth of knowledge
Right.
over there.
Right.
You are moving across the platform from this end to that end.
So was there a moment when you felt that you're actually stuck and you didn't, I would not say stuck, but yeah, so as you also mentioned, not able to move forward in the same velocity as you expected.
Yes.
Did you face moments of doubt then?
Yeah, see, self doubt is something that we are all coming from humble backgrounds. We
Yeah.
are taught
Yeah.
self doubt.
It's like
So,
naturally,
yeah, it is ingrained in our
ingrained.
DNA that you doubt everything that you say. You always think about what you are talking. Your work has to do your talking. You do the less of the talking. All these things have been taught right from our childhood, which probably held me back from portraying my work the way I was supposed to portray. I wasn't putting myself out there talking about my work, but just sitting in silos and working and getting things rolling always. But I was the last person who was coming and talking about her work.
Yeah.
That
In
act,
fact, the breadth thing that you called out,
yeah,
it's very, I would say it's very rare for somebody in the early career to get this kind of a breadth,
yeah.
right?
That's an
Yeah,
advantage in
exactly.
itself, but
Yeah,
it came with its own disadvantages that
exactly.
you're not able to go to the depth of a technology area and develop expertise in it.
But I think having the self doubt is also something which might have also like stopped you to not showcase and
Yes,
speak
yes,
about your
absolutely,
speak up in
absolutely.
fact gathering this breadth is also not someone like not everybody can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
despite that, I was not able to talk about myself, talk about my work.
Yeah.
Every time, even till very recently, every time somebody would ask me in the status call, what did you, what was the work that happened, I would start with, oh, I didn't do much. But I would tell 10 or 15 things that I did in the last day or last week.
Yeah.
Which is where you're always putting yourselves down. You're always not talking great about your work. Maybe you call that humble, but that's not how it should be.
Yeah. So how did you uh, learn to like become a self advocate? And
That came
how
much
did it
later.
come? Like
That
what?
came much later.
Mhm.
So when this self doubt and all this things are going, you know how organizations are. They
Yeah.
come with their own biases.
Hmm.
Uh, because we're all people.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we are
all the
resources. We are
organizations.
not even like people. I
No,
feel we
all
are
the
resources.
organizations are filled with people.
Yeah.
Everybody is coming with their own bias, their own background, and uh, it's not easy to navigate all that. Plus, when you have your own self doubt and somebody is using their bias to put you down, it is re emphasizing your thought
Yeah.
process that you are not good enough.
Right.
Which is like, you put a nail on a wooden block, and every time somebody says something, you're hammering on it. It
Yeah.
gets only deeper and deeper.
Right. True.
And it is actually very detrimental to your own progress. You are letting that affect your core so much that you're changing yourself from inside.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there was a point where it was like breaking point for me, that I was not seeing a progress. I was not able to put myself out there because of the self doubt and the external influences that made me re-emphasize that. All these things happened, and at around the same time, my son started to play chess, and I wanted to be there to support him.
Mm-hmm.
It required one of us to travel.
Yeah. Yeah.
With all that is going on in my life, I tried to step in there and fill
Take on the
yeah, take on the
responsibility.
responsibility and do something about it. That went on for a few years. Never worked on the self doubt and all that till then. I was just trying to shift my focus into the family. I had something in the back of my head that I should not stop working. I could never conform to the definition of a housewife. I would actually feel so bad writing profession as housewife or homemaker in my kids' forms, right?
No, because you were not.
I was,
I think you were not like made like that even right from your
yeah,
childhood, because like linking the things back to your like we spoke about the lowest point, and you wanted to be really independent,
yes,
which is also about like being financially
yes,
independent,
yes,
right?
absolutely. So I was never resonating to that idea of homemaker ever.
Yeah.
And then came COVID. So one major reason why I had to take a break was that in the embedded world, there is not much possibility to work from home. That's a very big drawback that I have seen for women in embedded world, that you cannot work from home. You have device dependencies, and you will have to be there.
Yeah, I think you
to
need to be in the
yeah,
lab.
to work
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
So working with the family, then not seeing the growth, all these things have kind of messed up my head, and no, I was just not able to take it anymore.
I think it was combination of multiple factors.
Yeah, so come COVID, it actually opened a lot of avenues. One thing is, I was trying to divert myself looking after my children, pursuing some hobbies and all that. Come COVID, it was like a new ray of light that I saw, that everybody was working from home. Even in the embedded world, something that nobody thought was possible at a point of time, even they were having work from home options.
Yeah.
That's when it started to re-trigger in me that I have to go back to work.
I think you had all your doubts about not taking a break, but combination of factors forced you to take a break. Uh, your energy was getting more. Your energy and focus was more on like stabilizing family, focusing on your kids' chess, and definitely has done really well there. Um, so, what was like, and there was a spark always to come back, right? How
Yeah.
did that happen? What were the things? How did you like think about restarting this? And how long was the break, Subha, for you?
I took a break of 4 years,
Hmm.
a little above 4 years. Uh, but then, yeah, as I said, COVID actually opened a lot of it shut down a few things in a way, and it opened new avenues for me.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
that with
yeah.
COVID, the norm of like you can do things from anywhere is something which
Yeah.
I think the world started learning because of
Yes.
COVID.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my son's chess was kind of stopped at that point where nothing was happening. We were not traveling for tournaments, and we were not making much of a progress there. And there I started to sit and think, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah. I think the
And
focus, the the topic which was keeping you busy, it actually got,
yes.
you got freed up from that,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything was moving to online world.
Yeah.
Even the chess tournaments were moving to online world. Didn't require much of a physical presence there, and all these things led me to think, like, what am I doing? I'm just sitting at home, not doing anything, while the whole world has started to still work from home. That's where I tried some hobby projects. Uh, Tried launching a website.
So it was like fully on your own, like
Yeah, fully on my own.
okay.
I didn't know J of JavaScript. I learned everything from the scratch. But that actually put me back into the track of learning and focusing on something from morning to evening. That's around the time when I started to apply for normal embedded positions elsewhere. But it wasn't converting into job interview calls or anything of that sort.
So what was more difficult, whether it was your self-doubt or the overall societal and in fact the organizational biases?
Everything
Yeah.
mixed together. As I
Okay.
told you, like, your self-doubt is already there,
Yeah.
and somebody is hammering on that nail often. So the societal biases, organizational biases, everything comes into picture. I've had people tell me and think that I'll never be able to get back. Tell me in face that I won't be able to make it. And organizations not even looking at resumes with 4 years gap, thinking that these are not people who are going to stick on, or these are not people who
who
still
might
have that in them.
And also like not making, maybe working in the latest on the latest technologies.
Also they think that once they have taken a break, they are like, no, they will go back once their family needs them. They'll go back. That's the general perception of the organizations also. So I wasn't getting much of a calls at that point, which is when I saw this return to work program, and I applied through it, cleared the interviews, and got in. And
so did you prepare, like did you put a lot of effort on
not much
interviews?
actually, because I know what I've done. I was just talking about what I worked, and I never felt that I was actually away from the tech world at any point of time. Even in the meanwhile of those 4 years, 4 months that I took a break, I was helping some friends get projects by helping them with the presentations.
Wow.
In the embedded world. Yeah.
So
I thought I'd go for freelancing also at that point, but I didn't get any payment for the things that I did. Then I thought, okay, I'm not the kind of person who can go and ask for money. It's not my cup of tea. So yeah, I don't consider myself away from the tech industry even in those 4 years of gap.
Yeah. And I think it also speaks about the strong foundations that you had from your early experience, right?
Yeah. I mean, you put in some effort in something, it goes into your head really well, right? You don't really have to prepare for something. Yeah. As long as your foundations are good, you can get going. Break is just a pause,
and you were really honest. You were really honest about your work. Otherwise, you would have not, like, it would not have been easy. Like, I've seen many folks who need to prepare, who need to like give dedicated time to get back into the professional world after a break. Yeah. So how did, like, what was this return to work program?
So this was a program where women with more than 2 years of break could
okay, it was
try
specifically
and come
designed
back.
for this.
Yeah, it was specifically designed for this. And I applied. I had a couple of interviews. I went through, and after I joined, a couple of executives from the same org, they asked me like, why did you apply through returnship program? Why didn't you apply directly?
Yeah, but nobody was calling,
Nobody was
right?
calling.
Yeah. Did you give this feedback to them?
Yes, I did. Nobody was calling me.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting calls at all. But that was the level of expertise that I was showing at work that made them think that,
Yeah.
I could do it even without the returnship program.
Yeah. So
But
I
I'm
think,
really glad that women have that returnship program today, that that provides an avenue for you to really get back if you are serious about it.
yeah, and like compared to the days earlier, there are more such programs happening across like multiple organizations.
yeah.
It's more common. It's more commonly accepted
Yes,
now as
yes.
compared to earlier.
Women should take it seriously, and they should use that opportunity well. I've known of a couple of more people who joined through returnship programs in the same organization after me not being able to make it through the program, not being able to finish it as well. Uh, that's where you will have to put in more effort than anybody else, because it's a return that you are trying to do. You should know what were the things that you did wrongly last time.
Right.
It's a rebirth.
Yeah, it's
for
more
you.
about like doing the introspection,
Yes.
understanding what I could have done better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Put everything back into action. That's what I did. I know what mistakes I did. I was probably not openly asking questions after a while. See, in the beginning of your career, you would ask all the questions, you will be very open to learning and all. After 3 or 4 years, when you start to gain certain knowledge, you will be very skeptical about asking questions, thinking about what will the other person
Yeah.
think of me. That was something that was probably getting into my head also during my first thing. So in the return, I was very conscious about that I will not stop myself from asking a question, how much ever
So,
small it is.
yeah, I think this is really a great example of how you transformed this setback of career break to a bigger like stepping stone for yourself.
Yeah.
What were the changes that you brought in yourself? Or like
Uh-huh.
how are there any specific defined things that you changed about yourself?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. One thing is that no question is too small to ask. Always have it in your head that you can ask any question, and it's on the other person if they don't answer. But
Yeah.
no, never stop yourself from asking a question.
So
That was-
hesitation to like ask is something
Yes.
which yeah.
Yes, that probably comes with a little bit of ego that you build in yourself, that I am a senior here. How can I ask this kind of a question? What will the other person think when we ask such kind of a question? So you should let go of that. Ask any basic question, and I think people will come across to help you.
Yeah, and I
If
think-
one person doesn't, there will be another
Yeah.
person who will.
And the other thing is that no one knows it all.
Yeah.
It's always you're not pulling yourself down if you're opening
Yes,
up that
yes.
yeah, I don't know this. Can you help me this?
Yeah. I was also of the opinion that I cannot start anything without knowing it all. I was that kind of a person. I would study everything about it and then start, but that's not how it works. You cannot wait for you to learn everything and start.
Yeah.
That is another thing that I changed about myself during my second stint, that you jump in, you will figure out.
So second innings you were like more stronger.
I was stronger. I was stronger. Though I was adaptable earlier also, this time I was taking much lesser time to actually get into something and start doing it. I have done phenomenal work in my second stint. It was not actually a full-time offer in the return to work also. They would actually gauge you on how you are performing, and only then
So it would be
offer
like a probation
kind
period.
of.
Yeah.
I have written like 4,000 test cases, automated completely 4,000 test cases within 3 months of time.
Oh my god.
Uh,
How long you were like how many hours you were working?
Not that
every
I
day?
was working really long hours,
Yeah.
but I came up with a whole new framework which was used by other orgs also within the organization.
Yeah. So the knack of innovation was
Yes,
helping you there.
yes, it
Yeah.
was. It
Yeah.
was definitely. That led me to a full-time opportunity there.
So you converted your probation into a full-time
Yeah.
employment. Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm sure your family must have supported you through this journey.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. My husband has always believed in me more than I ever did. Even
Yeah.
till date, he would be like, "No, you are much better than this."
Yeah. Did you also like had any mentor uh,
Uh, I
in
didn't
the
have.
in the professional scope?
I never had a mentor throughout my career also, but I had people who gave me really great advices at certain times. I had one of director in one of the organizations that I was working with. Just before the break, I had a conversation with her in which she said, "It's okay. It's okay. Go take a break. You're not. This is not a running race. You're not falling behind everybody else. It's very much okay if you're taking a break, looking after yourself and coming back to it.
Yeah.
But have that mind set that you will come back to it."
Yeah, I think stepping back is not pushing yourself
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
It's just a momentary break that you're taking.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what she said
Yeah.
that day didn't actually sit well with me.
Hmm.
That it's okay to take a break.
Yeah.
But today, when I look back, I'm at par with everybody else.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh,
You're
I'm
doing better
yeah,
than
yeah.
yeah.
I'm doing better
Yeah.
than many people.
Yeah.
Now I resonate with what she said at that point of time. And the same person came into picture a little bit later also when I needed some advice, but I couldn't actually connect to her at a mentor-mentee level.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
have I had I had a mentor from early on in my career,
Hmm.
probably it would have been much better for me. It would have helped me navigate
Yeah.
this journey much easier.
Yeah. But I think you have self learned it, and the things that you have worked on yourself, uh, uh, removing the hesitation to ask.
Yeah.
Not taking time to get into things, like not feeling that am I 100% ready. I
Yeah.
think nobody can be 100% ready. And also speaking fearlessly about your work, I think that is another big change that has helped you to come back stronger.
That actually
Yeah.
didn't come very quickly for me.
Uh-huh.
Even so, these were the two things that I changed about myself during when I came back. But there was still a lot of other things that were holding myself back. Not
Did you like do you do a self introspection? How do you know that okay, this is something which I should do better?
I do introspect, but it wasn't ever any structural thing that I was doing. But what gave that structure to my thought process was me joining the Iron Lady program.
Okay.
I
You can. Do you want to talk a
Sure,
little bit about
sure.
the Iron Lady program?
Yeah. So I came across this ad, and I thought, why not give it a try? I came across it sometime back, but I didn't pay much of an attention to it. But this time, somehow, it drew me towards itself. And I joined the Leadership Essentials program that they have. And it kind of switched something in my head that, mm, that gave me a total new perspective about myself. One major call out with respect to that program is that they're bringing all women together. Uh, when you share your problems with each other, you know that the other person is also going through a similar problem. You actually tend to solve it together. When you listen it, my husband has been telling me few things, few ways to get over it and all that from a long time actually, but I've never really paid much of an attention to what he said.
It's like, yeah, okay. I think I can understand the wisdom coming from husbands are not always valued.
Yeah, valuable, but it is not valued.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but a major part of it is because it's not coming from someone who has suffered through it, suffered through the biases, suffered through the small inconvenience that you have in everyday life.
And it's the gender thing,
Yeah,
right?
it's a gender thing.
Hmm.
How much ever you say it is not a gender thing, it is a gender thing. There are certain other biases also, like you come across confirmational bias. I've been put down a lot of times saying that my analysis of a bug was not uh, as good as somebody else, even though it was the same.
Yeah.
So such biases, men might not have seen such biases so much in their life as women do. So probably that is one reason why I didn't pay much of an attention to what he was saying. But then when it came from a group of women who were suffering through the same things, and then there is somebody who is trying to help you out over there, it really resonated with me, and that program actually helped me get over a lot of things. Like I today, even till date, I do certain positive affirmations in the start of my day.
Wow.
That actually helped me get over the self doubt that I have. I talk to myself, I tell me myself that no, I'm really good
Yes.
at something. That has changed my life. Positive affirmations in the mirror have changed me to a person that I do not know. Actually, this person today is altogether a different person. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that is how you have actually turned all of these challenges into the stepping stones for yourself.
Yes.
And so, yeah, maybe what we'll do now is this is really inspiring, and we'll continue the conversation. But let's see the fun side of yours, and we'll get into a rapid fire. We have planned a rapid fire segment for you.
Sure.
We'll get into that, and we'll come back to this discussion. So we'll get to the rapid fire. Are you ready?
Yes.
I'll use my phone. Your leadership style in one word.
Empathetic.
Empathetic. One tech buzzword you secretly roll your eyes at.
AI.
I think that's a very common choice for everyone now. Yeah. You have 30 seconds to motivate your team. What do you say? 30
This is a
seconds.
tough one. This is a tough one. 30 seconds. I would say I would give them the purpose from what task they are doing. If I'm tying that to the purpose of the organization, I'm pretty sure everybody will be charged up to
So
do more.
showing the bigger picture.
Yes, showing the bigger picture and tying. It is not just the bigger picture; it's the purpose, like what you want to do. Like, what is the organization's mission or vision that is actually boiling down to your task. That is what I will do.
So nothing like a Bollywood movie like How is the Josh?
No.
Okay. Biggest lesson leadership has taught you
Biggest lesson that
in 3 words or less.
has taught me.
Yeah.
3 words or less. Impact that everybody's life can have.
Yeah.
Then being intentional
Yeah.
about the good that you want to do.
Yes.
These are the two things.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's shown in your leadership style as well. Yeah. Empathy or efficiency? What's harder to balance?
Both, when they're together, that's harder to balance.
I think both are like sometimes they
Yes,
both pull
yes.
apart.
You
actually.
can actually feel empathetic about something, but if that's affecting the efficiency, then you'll have to take a tougher stand, right? That's really difficult.
Yeah, and that is where I think the mission of the organization comes
Will
to
come into
actually
picture.
help balance.
Yeah.
Okay, on the personal side, a book, movie, or podcast that shaped your thinking.
Book, movie, or podcast.
Or anything like your Iron Lady program.
No, Iron Lady has been phenomenal. Has had a phenomenal impact on my psyche actually.
But shaped, this is something which has shaped your thinking.
It definitely did.
Okay.
Yeah, it helped me break the small beliefs that were deep in me. I could break them and come out in a totally different way.
More stronger.
More
actually.
stronger, more more introspective in nature. Leadership is something about being more aware. Self-awareness is something that leaders should have. That's something that I got from INDD program. Yeah.
I think can't agree more actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you weren't in tech, what would you be doing?
I would be in some art. I don't know what. I paint, I write, I sing. I do so many things, not to the level of perfection, but I do a lot of things.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I think
as
you're being
hobbies.
really modest. You're a good singer, and we'll actually make you sing after the rapid fire segment.
Sure.
So maybe a very famous singer.
Be ready to close your ears.
That's your modesty speaking. Okay, for fun. So you get a free ticket to go anywhere in the world. Where are you going?
Where am I going?
Anywhere in the world.
I have no preferences. Maybe I would see Northern Lights.
Northern Lights?
Yeah.
I think that's definitely a rare vision as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
One superpower you wish you had as a leader.
As a leader, to get into somebody's head and see what they're thinking. Sometimes it is difficult to understand whether it is the actual thing that's in their head, or it's taking some other form
Yeah.
while it is coming out.
Yeah.
So understanding that would help them better.
Yeah, I think the intentions are not always
Yeah,
clear.
yeah.
One thing people would be surprised to know about you.
Something people would be surprised to know about me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's a hidden secret about you.
I don't know. I don't have anything of that sort.
So you're like open like a book.
Yeah. I'm pretty open. I really can't think of anything.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, coming back to your other side and the other talent, you want to sing maybe like just 2 lines for us?
Sure. I'll sing a very old song, Asha Bhosle's
Wow.
song.
Yeah.
रोज रोज आँखों तले रोज रोज आँखों तले ला 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 हो रोज रोज आँखों तले एक ही सपना चले रात भर काजल जले आँखों में जिस तरह ख्वाब का दिया जले हाँ रोज रोज आँखों तले एक ही सपना चले रात भर काजल जले आँख में जिस तरह ख्वाब का दिया जले.
Oh my God, you're so melodious,
Thank
Shubha.
you so much.
I don't think it's a side thing. It should be a side thing for you. Just hit on the mainstream. It's really melodious.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So Shubha, incredible journey so far, and the comeback is stronger than the setback, and your journey really is a true reflection of that. How did you make things around for yourself towards moving to leadership role?
If they say that when you're intentional about something, the whole universe conspires you to get that, right?
Oh yeah.
It's the same thing that happened with me. Right in the middle of my INDD program, the Microsoft opportunity landed on my lap. I just had to grab it. Yes, out of the blue.
Okay.
Out of the blue. In fact, the person who hired me, he even jokes till date that he had to call and convince me to apply. I just applied so I can see how my principles that I'm learning and putting into action will actually pan out. I just had to grab this opportunity and try out all those principles that I'm learning at that moment. I just did that, and I landed on this one. One thing that came out of after the interview was that the amount of self confidence that I have.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thanks to Iron Lady for that.
I think it's a reassurance that you're like you're strong, you're doing good.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And you are happy with yourself,
Exactly.
content and happy
Content.
with yourself. That's what comes out as self confidence, right? So I landed in Microsoft in an IC role. But then, the incredible leadership that we have here, which is always on a constant war with the biases, be it conscious, unconscious. In every policy that they're making, every process that they're making, they're trying to break the shackles of those things. So that actually gave me an opportunity to just showcase my abilities and capabilities and be out there. That's it. Yeah.
And that is how like you stepped into an
Into the
engineering
leadership.
manager role.
Yeah.
Okay. It just happened
Very
very
organically.
organically.
Very organically. The kind of work that I was doing, I was leading the team without actually being having reportees and all that. So that led my leadership team to look at me as a leader, and they gave me this opportunity.
So how is it
Yeah.
going for you there?
It's good. It's still new.
Yeah.
Having moved to people management reporting, people reporting into you, and it's little different.
Yeah.
But let's see how it pans out.
I'm sure you'll do really good, and you'll cascade all the goodness that you have learned uh, through your journey. It has been an incredible journey for you. With every challenge that you have faced, you have actually come like you have actually arose more stronger, right? And these are this is something which really stands out, and uh, like you stand out as a role model for many, having this kind of resilience, unwavering determination, and also continuous learning. So I think just continue with your with the same power. I'm sure things will pan out really good for you. Yeah, so with this, Shubha, we are coming to the end of this podcast. I really wanted this to continue forever. I was so like your journey is really exciting to hear out.
I would continue
Yeah.
to talk how much ever time you want me to.
Yeah, but on a closing note, the situations that you have seen, it's very relevant to many of uh, the women in our community, in basically this tech community. So, what is one core value that you really associate to, and what will be one advice that you would want to share with our listeners?
Core value that I associate to is probably compassion. I've been at the receiving end of you know a lot of biases coming in form of uh, uh, I don't know how to put it, but you're putting the other person down just because you are having a certain bias in your head, and that is actually affecting the other person. A lot of times people say words that affect you uh, without their knowledge also.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't even know that
They
they're
don't even
saying that.
realize.
They don't
Yeah.
even realize what they're doing to the other person. So compassion is something that I want to hold on to, uh, not let not put the other person down. You don't know their journey.
Yeah.
You don't know their struggle. So just don't be judgmental, pass some judgments on them. No, yeah, that's something. Compassion is something that I'll really hold on to.
And any advice?
Advice, there are a lot. Work on yourself. uh, Women especially, they have to come together. I've not realized the power of camaraderie of women early on in my career. Not just in career, right from my childhood, I've had friends who were boys. Not really got along very well with the girlfriends. Yeah, and I found it cool actually that I can be good with everybody. That was what I thought about myself. But women coming together is so important in this day because only we can actually share a problem. When you're talking about it, you share a problem, then you can actually work towards the solution. Women need to come together. Women need to work on themselves. Work on your skills. Work on upskilling yourself. Work on your personality development. Put some time and money into it. That's very important that you do it.
Yeah.
And third very important thing is, don't let everybody and anybody alter your core. You have certain core that you need to protect.
I think
Don't.
that's what make you unique.
Yeah. I mean, if you're letting them affect your belief system and if you're absorbing everything into yourself, you're not going to be yourself anymore. You cannot actually recognize yourself after a certain while. So it's important to protect your core. It's important for us to teach not just girls, it's for everybody to hold on to what you are, believe in yourself. Let them say whatever they want, whether reflect upon it. But what they are saying, is it really me? Is it what I'm doing or not? If you think that is not, then don't take it. Just discard it. That's very important.
I think we also need to be really choosy
Yeah.
in what we get or what we hear.
Yes.
And the self-reflection part that
Yeah.
you mentioned, that's really important. And you have actually exercised that throughout your journey, where with this exercise of self-reflection, you have worked on your weaknesses, you have turned those into strengths,
Yeah.
right? And you have come out more stronger. So thank you so much, Shubha, for sharing your story. It's really inspiring, and I'm sure it's something which will help many listeners who are looking to step up and also come back. Your journey is really inspiring.
Thanks, Shefali. Just for anybody who's listening, if I could impact them, even one person, to keep at it, uh, not let go of their dream. That's a very big success for me.
Yeah, and I think that's what we want to do with this podcast.
I'm really happy the way it's going. The podcast, the core value behind it, and I wanted to grow really big, and bring all women together and fight whatever demons they have inside together.
Yeah, and thank you so much. We'll need that support.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shubha. Subhaprada's journey is a strong reminder that resilience, adaptability, and self-belief can turn challenges into stepping stones. She has faced every hurdle, be it personal or professional, with unwavering determination, proving that setbacks are just setups for greater success. She has shown believing in yourself and fearlessly speaking up your worth paves your path for success. Her story is not just about perseverance, but also owning the journey, rising stronger, and inspiring others to do the same. With this, we have come to the end. If you like the episode, please like, share, comment, subscribe to our channel. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep challenging, and keep powering up. Thank you.